it's almost, I mean, it's really a true statement that it's always going to come down to marketing when it comes to the American Bully. That's really a true statement. It's always going to come down to marketing. So if that's being a statement there, yeah, you're going to have to, in the game, play, you're going to have to put some mass on that dog. You're going to have to put some mass on the dog. You could put mass on the dog using edge, but the dog's going to have mass on it. It used to be the look. It's not the look no more. No more. It still has to have a nice look though. But that head has to be enormous. It has to be enormous. I'm not saying that no dogs were used. Nobody is sure if dogs were used. Nobody. We can only just think, what if a burble was used in a program to get that size of a head? We can only just think. You know, when you look at a dog with a massive head, this head is like massive, supreme massive. You really put on with this head. Heads that even if you were blending pit bulls and Staffordshires together, you wouldn't get these size heads. You wouldn't get these size heads. Even if you had blended up just a whole bunch of pit bulls and Staffordshire terriers, you wouldn't get these size heads. You wouldn't. These heads are enormous. These heads these heads on these bulldogs are enormous. They are enormous. I mean, damn, they are big. Like 28-inch heads, 27-inch heads. And these dogs were all bred from pit bulls and Staffordshire terriers. And we all know that there had to be a little bit of bulldog in there. But dang, to breed the dog's head just that big, that's incredible. You know what I'm saying? That's marketing right there. You know what I'm saying? When you can do this. You know, you can literally breed these dogs' heads this big. So, shout out to you guys that's doing that. No, for real. Shout out to you, man. If you breeding dogs' heads 20, just almost 30, almost 30 inches, man. For real. Shout out to you. You know what I mean? Because you got a hell of a recipe going on. You got a hell of a soup base going on. You got a hell of a gumbo going on right there. You know? I mean, it was so much mixing and blending going on at a fast rate that you probably never be able to see what dog was actually implemented into a program, because that dog was bred off as soon. I mean, I ain't saying these things happen. I'm just saying that some of them dogs, when they entered the program, they were bred off, you know, before they on their first heat. Before they was a year old, man. So you can wash out the look of whatever dog you used and replace it with the American Bully. But when you replace it with the American Bully, you replace it with a big old American Bully, a nice sized dog with a nice sized head. Make sure he's extreme though. Or pocket. Because the whole goal now is, you know, to get him extreme as you can. So something's gotta give. Something's gotta give along the way. Something's gotta give along the way. Because it's a big competition right now. It's a big market game going on. Like who has the dog with the most mass? Yeah, everybody want the dog with the most mass. They sure do want that. But that head, boy, that head better match that body. I'm talking about right now, almost 30 inches on the head. On the headpiece himself. I'm serious, man. I'm talking about they ran the head up. Just got him wide. You know these kind of dogs need C-sections. You know their heads are too big to come through a canal. These dogs got heads, man. Big domes. Now, when you used to see pit bulls, man, I mean, even if they was crossed to staff and just had that box head look, was that head 26 and 27 and 28 inches? Like, I know for a fact, man, I done seen some bulldogs, man, some staffies and pit bull terrier mixes, and they had some big heads. They did. But they had snout too. But they had big heads. They had some big old heads, man. But these dogs, now, with this dome and not that much snout, they're very pretty. I mean, that's why I don't hate on them. I'm not going to hate on the extreme. I may speak on it, but I'm not going to hate on it. I'm not going to hate on the extreme. You know what I'm saying? When they say extreme, something got to give. Something got to give. There was something put in that program. No, you just can't turn a dog this way without putting something in there. Because an American Pit Bull Terrier and a Staffordshire Terrier been being bred for years. Years on years on years on years on years. On years on years. And some more years. I'm talking about years. And what you seeing right now in an extreme dog is crazy. Like, this dog is 14 inches. In between 14 and 17 and 19 inches. In between that. In between 14 and 17 and 19 inches. For real. 100 pounds, 90 to 100 pounds, dogs. Small dogs. I'm talking about small. With super mass on it now. Ooh wee. I mean, like, this is a gumbo right here, like a real gumbo you got going right here. You just ain't feeling it. Like, he's really short to the ground. You really trying to get some money at this dog. And you're gonna get it because guess what? He's that short with that much mass on him. With a dome almost 30 inches. Yeah, it's gonna be hard for dogs like Bright Eyes to compete with dogs like that. Because classics do have their own category as a classic dog. As the most historical dog out of the whole bully breed, if you ask me. They carry the real roots, the real lineage. All the knowledge is in a classic dog. Now you can see that's a classic dog. That's the dog that we first came with. The American Bully first came with this dog. And you got the extreme today. How this happened? What was used? No, come on, man. You look at a dog like Bright Eyes, right? Classic dog. You even can look at a dog like G2. G2. G2 was a beast. He was a beast. I'm talking about before extremes. He was a beast. And he still is a beast right now. And the extremes is going right now. But he's still a beast right now, G2. Goliath. He's still a beast. He was a beast from the gate. Back in the days, they had that one dog, Monster Jojola. Damn, he was a beast. He was extreme. But he would come through the gate at you. He was a different type of extreme. He was pit bull extreme. He was gray line extreme. He was, Gotti line and Razor's Edge extreme. He was back in the days extreme. Compare him to the dogs that you see today. He was a beast. I'm telling you, he was a beast. When you go look at Monster Jojola, he was a beast, man. He was crazy. He was crazy. He was crazy. You know what I'm saying? He was a beast. These is like older dogs. Then you can see an older dog. To me, you know what I'm saying, right now would be a classic. Which was the notorious Juan Gotti. He would look classic to today's dogs. He would look classic, man. You know what I'm saying? We love notorious Juan Gotti. Gonna always have him in the stud books, history books. Put a lot of hype on him and everything. He was the dog, gray line. But you can't compare him to nothing. He's a classic compared to extremes today. He's a classic. But there were some extremes. When you look at them, there were some extremes. When you look at them, I mean, but today's extremes is just wow. Like 90-pound, 100-pound dogs. What's the shortest dog y'all ever seen with 100 pounds on him? Can you compare to anything that you had a long time ago? The shortest pit bull you ever had, the smallest shorty bull, the smallest Staffordshire Staffy bull, the smallest. You can't even compare none of those dogs to what you seeing right now in the extreme. The extreme is just like a new different dog. This short dog is a new different dog. This little bitty short dog that's being called extreme it's just a new dog. A new short dog, man. I'm serious. Everybody thought the nano dog was a new dog. This extreme it's more wild. 90 pounds. I mean, like 90-pound dogs. 13, 14-inch bodies. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I mean, it's going to be, you know what? Classics can compete as long as they pretty. As long as they pretty, they can compete. See, that's the thing, is to knock out I told you. Once you knock out the terrier, what you got left? What you got left? What you got left? I mean, I like the dog. Shout out to the extreme, man. Shout out to the extreme. I don't care. Shout out to the extreme, dog. Shout out to the extreme. All right? Shout out to the extreme. But I'm telling you, when you take that terrier out that dog, what you got left? When you take that terrier out that dog? I'm serious, man. I'm serious, man. I'm for real. I mean, I said it first, right? But it was only because I said it. It was already being done. It was already being done, and I just looked at these dogs like, damn, it ain't no way I could ever get a dog that looked like that unless I did this to the dog. And I don't want to do that to the dog because that ain't a part of American Bully. Man, hey, the nice guys always come in last, man. That's just how it is in all games. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, that's just how it is in all games. The nice guys, the truthful ones, the solid ones, that's gonna keep it real, you know. They're just always gonna come in last because somebody gonna throw a twist and a monkey wrench in the game, and from there it's just gonna go sideways, man. It's just gonna go sideways. I'm telling you, that's how it always works. Even in life. When somebody do something faulty to you, when they throw a monkey wrench in the game and never try to come apologize, it just goes straight to the left. That situation goes bad, worse, and worse. It really do. And when you see something changing, that's like a female's attitude. You want to ask her, what's wrong with you? You know what I mean? Like, why you tripping? You ain't acting right now. You acting kind of funny. You know? That's what you want to say something when you see a change. Like, she ain't talking as much. You know what I mean? She don't like the same thing you like no more. She don't want to eat out. She just got a whole change about herself. Yeah. And then you just see this dog change? I mean, you looking directly at it year by year by year. The dog was getting buff. First, it had a kink tail in it first. Then it had a little blue eye going on. You know what I'm saying? After the kink tail and the blue eye, then they grew up, started looking a little bulldogish. Now it's about the buff thing, and the colors came in. Well, we got that buff thing, you know what I'm saying, under wrap with all the massive breeding, it was a big mass breeding thing going on. You know what I mean? Because it ain't going to be too much mass breeding going on no more. Because you don't even need to mass breed unless you breeding for mass. You don't even need to mass breed to have a lot of dogs. Nah, that's the wrong mass. That's the wrong mass. You don't want to mass breed to have a lot of dogs. No, that is the wrong mass. You want to mass breed to have size, to just put this mass on your dog and just pile it on there. You ever just piled all type of meat on a sandwich and just push the bread down to get all this meat on the sandwich? This is what you got to do to compound all these genetics you probably don't even know about that gave this dog in between a 25 to 30-inch head. In between there. In between 25 and 30. On the head piece. Damn. From a bulldog and a Staffordshire. I'm from a pit bull and a Staffordshire. Damn. That's crazy. What pit bull? I mean, if you don't mind me asking, what pit bull was bred? And what Staffordshire was bred? I just want to know. I want to get them pit bulls. See, when you got a lanky dog, you got the wrong dog. One thing about Bright Eyes is she ain't lanky. No, she's small. And what? Right now, she weighing in at probably like 25 pounds, man. You gonna tell me That dog wouldn't look beautiful if I mean to an edge dog. Nah, because the edge dog ain't got enough mass on it. But I thought the mass came from the edge dog. How come it ain't coming from him now? What happened? No more edge making this mass? What's making the mass? Well, we already know that about 5 generations ago, little tomboy over there bred to a bulldog. But that was a long time ago. But the dog that he bred was still alive. Yo, man, that puppy, we took that puppy and we ran it back to old Sable over there. And Sable created a nice dog. For real. And you gonna use this nice dog with the hidden, genetics back there nobody knew about, and further the breed. I mean, this got to be what's going on. It's tripping me out because at times I want to know. How did it get the mass? You'll never know. It came from bully. Man, all y'all been breeding bullies for years and ain't got this mass yet. Now you got to buy it from other people who got it because you want to know why? You don't got the recipe. You know what I'm saying? I just figured this out. You don't got the recipe, dog. You know what I'm saying? This shit is confusing and crazy, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? You don't got the recipe. So it's something missing that keep making your dogs not come out with mass. They come out beautiful. They got the ugly look to them. They got the buff body to them, but they don't got the mass, and they just not short enough, and they don't grow up to reach 100 pounds. Your dog got to reach 100 pounds right now. 100 pounds. 100 pounds, man. On a see, I keep going smaller on a 13-inch to a 16-inch frame. 100 pounds on that dog. And he gotta be pretty. And he gotta be like he can move, a little functional. I'm for real, man. This is a nice dog. I'm not taking nothing from the dog. But I don't see nobody with 1,000 American bullies that's finna breed one dog with all this mass. I don't see one person with 1,000 American bullies finna breed one dog with all this mass. This new mass, 13 inches, in between 13 and 16 inches, 100 pounds on the body, in between 25 and 30 inches on the head. Come on, man. Y'all throw the American bully litters out there and let's see them. If the parents ain't 100 pounds, the puppies ain't finna be no 100 pounds. Okay? If the parents ain't weighing 90 pounds, and they better not be no XLs. No, man, they can't be XLs. They gotta be in between 13 and 16 inches off the ground. And they gotta have at least 90 to 100 pounds on them. With a headpiece in between 25 and 30 inches. Man, if you ain't hitting at them measurements right there, shit, you might not be hitting at the right measurements right now. You might not be hitting at the right measurements right now, because that's the measurements. You got to have the soup, the gumbo, and the sauce. Go look at the dogs. If they ain't in between 13 and 16 inches, I'm talking about he got to be 2 years old. 13 and 16 inches. If he bigger than 16 inches, get rid of him. He might be cool if he 12 inches. You know? And then when you get his headpiece, if it ain't 25 to about 28 inches, he ain't ready. See, Bright Eye, she ain't ready. No, she couldn't be no extreme class. She ain't got no 30-inch head. She ain't got, and she finna be, 2 years old coming up this year. 30-inch heads. These dogs be having 27-inch heads when they 8 months. 27-inch heads at 8 months. Body wide as all our dogs. He already weighing in at 90 pounds. In between 75 and 90 pounds. Yeah, man, these dogs, and he's not XL. He's not XL. He's pocket. If you ain't breeding like that right now, yeah, I mean, that's the market, man. If you ain't breeding like that right now, it's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be ugly. So I see it how I see it, man, and that's the way I saw it. That's the way I saw it, and I just gave it to you. You know what I'm saying? The way I see it. It ain't stamped. You know what I'm saying? It's not written in stone or nothing like that. It's just, this is the way that I see it. Your dog gotta be, and that's the market. If he ain't small like this, he ain't weighing in the market. Which I don't believe this. I don't believe this. It's just the way that I see it. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe this because I see tons of nice edge dogs. And I don't understand what you mean by going out of style. They will never go out of style. They're the face of the bully. And you're trying to change the face of the bully. The razor's edge is the face of the bully. We all know this. This is nothing new. The razor's edge is the face of the bully. We all know this. Well, a lot of people gonna get mad if I say that, but that's what I feel. The razor's edge is the face of the bully, but I'm looking at the bully for what it is right now. Am I wrong? I shouldn't be. What's your face of the bully? Who? You gonna give a dog's name. The razor's edge was a whole breed. Coast to coast, city to city, everybody had one. Everybody had a razor's edge dog. And some of them were extreme. Pockets. It all started from the edge dog. The dog that's gonna be taken away, and Edge was a terrier dog. Edge was a terrier dog. You gonna take this terrier dog and just destroy it and take him away? I don't know. Are you destroying it when you take all the terrier out of him? Wasn't Paco extreme? Shit, Paco was one of a kind. Just one of a kind, man. I mean, like, you talking about a one of a kind dog. Not no class, just a one of a kind in all classes. Damn. All classes. Shit. Man, come on. What, no dog as famous as Paco but Spuzz McKenzie. You know what I'm saying? No dog, man. That was a razor's edge dog. The face of the bully. No, they didn't like that face. Nope. Didn't want that face. No, his face was too black. Them eyes was too dark. No, he was brindle. Oh, no. He had a black nose. No, we don't want that black nose. No. That was beautiful to me. He too short. He standing there with his tail perked up. He had a real tail. You know what I'm saying? He had a full tail. Face of the bully, man. You know what I mean? He was the face of the bully. The razor's edge, man. So you know, yeah, you gotta have a little extreme dog now. I see what you gotta have now. It's come a long way from the face of the bully. It's come a long way from the face of the bully, man. It's come a long way, man, because I don't give a fuck what you call that dog. I like it. I like this. I'm gonna get me an extreme one day, because I like the dog. I don't got no problem with no extreme. But it's not the face of the bully. Razor's edge is the face of the bully. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, people don't like that, but it is what it is, man. Razor's Edge is the face of the bully, the dog that started the game. My daddy was black. My mama was black. So that's who started the game. So I'm going to be black. Face the bully, man. That's just what it is. Edge started the game, man. Edge is the face of the bully. Razor's Edge is the face of the bully.